I love water slide decal paper because I can use my own computer and my own home printer to print anything that I want on it and then use the decal to embellish my wine glasses before I paint them with resin. It's a win-win and it is a must-have in my craft room. Stay tuned and watch my video to see how simple it is. You can do it too. All right, we're going to soak our decals in some water, about, 10-20 seconds. I usually put them face down. You want to make sure that they are well sealed. Okay, I'm using white water slide decal paper from Hayes Paper Company. Got this on Amazon. It's not too expensive. We're going to let it soak a little bit. Clean up my trash. I need to keep a tidy workspace. Tidy-ish, I guess. I don't like clutter. And you know your water slide is ready when you can kind of pull it away from the backing. Put a little bit more water in here. My water is a little tinted blue because I had a little mishap with a previous decal. Wasn't sealed all the way. All right, so this one's ready, so those are probably ready too. All right, I'm going to put just a little bit of water on the glass. I'm going to start with my big one. And so what you want to do is you want to set it down paper side down and gently pull the backing. We have to be careful with this one because of his legs, but just pull that backing away. I'm going to take a smaller one. And this is not a turtle baby. Sea turtles do not have babies that follow them around in the ocean and swim with them. As cute as we might think that is. They lay eggs on the beach, the eggs hatch, and then the turtle swims away. The mama does not sit on her eggs and hatch them. All right, that one's cute. All right, let's take this guy, girl. Oh, could be a guy. Slide it off. And because I broke his leg, I think I'm going to kind of position this one over, kind of cover that. This is just a makeup brush from the dollar store. These are great for getting out wrinkles, air bubbles. All right, so we're going to let these dry and come back in a couple hours. I've got laundry to do. So now that everything's nice and dry, it is time for the next step. And I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to take some tacky glue. It's Aleene's tacky glue, and just to make it a little bit more manageable, I've put it into this little squeeze bottle. And the bigger bottle is just a little too hard for me to handle sometimes. I just get a little bit better control. The opening in this bottle is a little tight, so I'm just going to snip off a little bit and make the opening a little bit bigger because the glue is fairly thick, and that's good because then it stays put, but it's so thick that I have a hard time getting it to come out of the little squeeze bottle. What I am going to do is just put a little bit of glue on, I can't get it out, it's just so thick, so I'm going to put a little bit of this tacky glue, and it's clear, and it dries clear, which is great. But I'm just gonna put a little bit of highlights with glitter on this turtle, and I don't want a whole lot. I just want a little bit. And so I'm just drawing it on with my squeeze bottle here, and a little bit on the baby turtle. And then that's probably enough. And I probably should have opened this before I started. Well, that's not bad. This glitter is so fine though that I find it better to go ahead and turn my fan off. Otherwise I end up with glitter all over my house, which is no fun. So just tap the excess off, and then I'm going to put the excess back into my bottles so there's no waste. And I think on this second glass, this thing is not going to stay up. I don't think I'm going to use the silver on the second glass. I'm going to use, I think I need like a chunky blue, or I don't know. I have so many glitters. You know how you just collect glitters? So I'm just going to highlight different areas here. Sometimes that glue just doesn't want to come out. That's why I was trying to store it upside down, but it just wasn't staying put. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of highlights like I did on that first glass, and use this chunky blue. That's a really pretty blue. I love this blue. It's chunky, but it's pretty. Tap, tap. Look at that. It's like jewels on the shell. It's pretty. And these are so pretty. I mean, different, similar, but, well, they are the same water slide, but using that glitter makes them very distinctive, and I don't want to waste it, so I'm going to put it back in my little bottle. It's too pretty to waste, and I don't want it to end up everywhere. All right, so I'm gonna let these dry. I'm gonna clean up my area, let these dry, and then we can come back for the next step in a day. All right, the next step is just to clean off any extra glitter. Just like that. Great little brush from the Dollar Tree, I love it. All right, ready for the next step, which is resin, and I want to try to recreate this color as close as I can. This is a little lamp that I found at a thrift store for like $3 with the shade. It's like a really pretty sea glass green, and I have this mica powder from Sesso, and there's going to be a link in the description. And I got pretty close last time with the color, and I want to try to add a little bit more of this mica powder to see if I can get it a little darker. It may be a mistake because the first glasses that I made were so pretty. So I'm going to put a little bit extra mica powder this time and see what happens. And I did pre-mix my KSRESIN liquidy split into the cup. And I've added probably a quarter teaspoon of the mica powder. And then I do have a little bit extra in the green cup where I have my white resin, liquid resin dye to form the waves. And I just really probably, I don't know, a couple of tablespoons in that cup with the white. So now we're going to start putting this resin on these cups. And I mixed 20 milliliters of the liquidy split. And I can already tell this is going to be a little bit dark. But I mixed 20 milliliters of the liquidy split, and that's a perfect amount for 2 glasses. These are kind of oversized stemless wine glasses, and 10 milliliters per glass is perfect. I don't like to use a lot of resin when I'm making wine glasses because I feel like you just don't need a really thick layer like you would have on a tumbler. This is really just like painting with resin. That's essentially what you're doing, is you're painting with the colored resin. Not taping my top because I don't want to go all the way to the top of the glass, and I want my edge to be really natural. I don't want a hard edge like you would get if you were to tape. And boy, this glass is kind of loose. I think it's just the pool noodle that I'm using as a holder is just a little bit loose, so I gotta fix that for next time. And it's gonna be messy, but it's working. Got a couple of little bare spots, and this resin sets so quick. It'll work. Yeah, it's fine. I'll see some glitter is migrated a little bit. Actually, it's kind of cute. Little turtle. Alright, I'm going to get everything covered. Make sure. I'm not going to put any on the very bottom of the cup, but I do want to get everything out of my resin cup. No waste. Smooth out the edge there. Yeah, put a little bit more in there. There we go. Got a little bit more in that cup. I got some glitter migrating too on this one. That's okay. It just adds to the interest. Alright, smooth out that bottom. Put a little bit more here. There we go. Smooth that edge. I think that other one's good. Alright. Just about got everything out. I don't like to waste it. Alright, boy, it's a pretty color, but I think it's just a little, I don't know, I think it's just a little bit too dark. But I'm not going to worry about it too much. It is what it is. But it's just not as translucent as the first ones that I made. And I think I just maybe added a little bit more mica powder than I probably should have. I'm going to go back to my old formula, which was about half of the mica powder. So, but it's still going to be pretty. We're going to make it work. So I've got all of the blue out of the cup, and now I'm going to put my white on here. Took my glove off because it was just kind of getting nasty. A lot of migrated glitter. I'm just putting this white on pretty randomly. And I think I maybe put 1 or 2 drops of the white resin dye. It's just white resin dye. Oh gosh. And pretty randomly here. Because I'm going to put the heat gun on it and kind of blow those out and see if we can get some lacing and blend it a little bit. Probably didn't mix enough. No, it's probably enough. I don't want a whole lot. All right. I think that's probably good. Need to plug my heat gun in and get this blown out. I think I'm going to add a little bit of my gold alcohol ink on here first. And I'm going to add the silver. So I've diluted it 1:1. So 1 part alcohol ink, and I'm pretty sure this was Pixis. 1 part alcohol ink to 1 part isopropyl alcohol, and I've just diluted it. I've diluted my gold too, and I diluted the silver just so that it's more, I think I just made up a word, more blendy. It's not as strong, and it's just I don't know, just barely silver. Because the metallics just tend to take over everything. But I think maybe the silver, I could put a little bit more of the alcohol ink and not dilute it as much. All right, now we need to blow out the white. And I'm just pushing the white, and it serves a couple of purposes. It helps to pop the bubbles, but then it also heats up the resin enough to where we can kind of blend that white in and push it out. And sometimes I can get some really, oh yeah, that's a good one. Sometimes I can get really good lacing and good cells, but I just want to kind of mimic an ocean wave a little bit. Oh, that's going to be a good one too. That one a little bit. Oopsie. So this is low heat and high air because I really am just interested in the air blowing. That's going to be pretty. And I don't want it to get on the turtle too much, so I can always go back and kind of blow off of that turtle. Get that little spot there. It's probably enough on that one. Get a little bit on the bottom there. Come on. All right. This one's already started moving on its own a little bit. I'm pushing it. And it adds, it just adds another layer to the glass, honestly. And I'm just pushing. And it makes it kind of flow around the glass too. And it just finds its own way, which is really neat. It just finds its own way around the glass. I'm gonna have to clean that up over the turtle. I don't want to cover the turtle too much. There we go. That's gonna be a nice one. Let's just hit that real quick. And I'm gonna have to go back once that goes around. There we go. Yep. Man, that's going to be a good one. Yeah, we're going to have some good lacing on that one. All right, so I'm going to just let this spin for a while. And nice thing about the liquidy split is that it is, yeah, that's okay. I'm going to leave it. It's not covering the turtle too much. The edge is really good. So I'm just going to let these spin for a couple of hours. And then we'll come back and see what we have. Got a little bit of resin there. All right. We'll come back in a couple of hours and see what we have. Liquidy split is pretty much dry to the touch in about 4 hours. So we'll be good. Oh my gosh. I've just come in here to take these off the turner. And I am so flippin' excited. Look at how pretty these are. Holy crap. Holy crap. Oh, look at him. And I'm even fine with the migrating glitter. Oh my goodness. Look at this color. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. So this is the glass. This is the glass, which the color I was trying to recreate. This is that little lamp. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I'm loving it. Even like the top. 100% in love with these. Hope you are too. Thanks for watching. Hope you give it a try. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now. And happy crafting.